Hey everyone, so shipment came in yesterday and I'm going to show you how to put it together right now. I've got my first boat blown up. It's white with blue bands. There it is, empty, no drop stitch yet. So now I'm just going to lay the drop stitch in there. So here you go. I put the valve all the way in the front. It's really going to depend on how tall you are, depend on if you're running day trips or if you're running expedition trips, if you want the valve in the front or the back, just in case you need to access it. If you put it in the back and you have a large gear bag, you're going to have to unstrap the gear bag and then pump it back up if you need to, or deflate it, or whatever the case may be, and then repack the dry bag into the back of the boat. So I've got the floor fully inflated now. I'm going to show you how it reaches all the way from one end of the Ugly Ducky to the other. This is going to be the front. You can see it's the front because the D-rings are all the way up in the nose. You see the floor goes all the way in, all the way into the other side. Plenty of space for the water to drain out the sides, even in the front if you're fully tubbed out. So that's the first step. Alright, so when you start pumping up your thwarts, you're going to want them, there we go, pretty soft so that they'll easily fit inside the boat. What you're looking for on the side is you want both those D-rings kind of angling down. You don't want them angling up like that. You want them to coincide with the D-rings that are in the boat. So what you're looking for on the front thwart, you want to have the valve facing you. So you want to have it this way. D-rings facing down, both sides, and then the valve facing you. The reason for that is if you've got your foot thwart way up front, you can get to the valve if you have a K-pump. If the valve's over here, you're not going to be able to inflate your thwart if you deflate it at all. So you can see the thwart. I've got all the straps just attached super loose, just barely on there. And so the thwart can go forward and backwards as much as I want. And I did that so that I can put the back thwart in, which is going to go in between this D-ring and that D-ring, and then kind of get a rough guess of where I'm going to be sitting, and then dial it in from there. Alright, so I've got the back thwart in now. You can see I did the same thing, just really loose, getting it all the way back there. You can see the center line where the baffle is, right here. That's about where you want your crotch to be. That's a good starting point so you can figure out how balanced, if you want to be back-loaded, front-loaded, or if you want to just be sitting neutral in the boat. That's where I recommend. You start from there and do fine-tuning, whatever you're happy with. The other thing is, this setup allows you to surf the boat fairly easy by doing nothing other than moving your back from here to here and becoming really backloaded. Makes the boat surf really well in holes, so you can just like hop up, spin around, drop into the boat, drop into a hole, probably flip at some point if you're playing in there for long enough, hop back in and be ready to go and just keep on heading downriver. Alright, so I got my backrest dialed in. You can see I tightened everything up nice and tight. Boat's still a little bit soft, but I'm really just trying to get my positioning in the boat set up, and then you can top the boat off after that. Alright, so sitting in the boat, I like my legs to be pretty kinked up. I feel the more angle you have to your knees, the more secure I feel in the boat. So, wasn't really watching to see. Yeah, that's good. So, you can see my knees are pretty high. You can adjust the thwart forward and get them down lower if you prefer. But again, it's just going to be personal preference. However you want to sit in the boat, however you feel most comfortable. That's what's going to do you the best. Alright, so I topped off the entire boat. I got my thwart set just where I want them, at least to start. Maybe do some tweaking when you're on river and see how you feel in the boat. Make sure none of the straps loosened up. You can see the thwart is really stiff. I topped off the main tubes. Like I said, I like my knees to be kind of kinked in there. The thigh strap's going to come